everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on MPD and relationships. Hello, everyone, to all of my new subscribers and new family members. Hello, hey y'all, welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and, of course, watching another video. Family, y'all know I'm always pushing our Thursday. Now it's Friday night live streams here lately. Just want to invite you out. Of course, bring some folks with you. Listen, this is where we go from healing to wholeness to boldness. I really think that it will bless your soul. I'd love to see you in the chat. Facebook, YouTube, hit us up. All right. Y'all, listen. 5 p.m. usually if we do it on Thursday nights. It's typically 6:30 p.m. if it's on a Friday night. All right. So y'all turn your notification bells on so you know when we're live, when we drop a video. All right. Listen, every time we drop a video on the channel, the goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes. Y'all know if you rocks with your girl, I want y'all to hit that like button, Can y'all hit that like button for your girl? Okay. One time for the one time. All right. Please. 2, 3, 4. Every time you watch a video, please hit the like button. All right. We're going to jump straight into the topic of this video. I want to get right to it. I want to talk about, the narcissist basically, they thought they were going to get by and get away. It doesn't happen like that. Their foolishness will come back to visit them. Okay? Pretty much. So I want to talk about this because a lot of times when the narcissist leaves, they are off with the new supply, doing what they do, right? We know that. But the other side of that is when they are off with that new supply, it's only short-lived, usually. And they're coming back again. they want to spin the block. They want to circle back. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they do a what we call a panic pick, or they get with someone that's completely opposite of you. And the clowns don't realize that, you know what? They don't understand their own dysfunctional system. They don't understand that fuel matrix that they have going on, and the fact that you were the one that made everything work. So you were at the centerpiece while they have all of these other branches going out, but you are the nucleus, right? So when you're gone, nothing else works the way it should. So these clowns don't realize their own dysfunctional system, right? So here we go. Now, they like my, one of, who was it that actually told me that? My ex-father-in-law. Okay. Listen, my ex-husband, his father would always say, you might get by, but you're not going to get away. I never forgot that, y'all. That's how these narcissists that's how they like to behave, and so when they come back, this is what they're literally coming back to do. Here you go. Whenever you're dealing with a person that has done so much foolishness and they've done so many things to so many people, you got folks looking for them. It's some folks out there that really want to, they want to square off with them. They want to get some, get some stuff popping with these narcissists because they do so much dirt and they burn so many bridges with people that, people they looking to square up with them. They looking to go ahead and get some revenge on these clowns, exact some punishment if they can. Yeah, they are. But one of the main things is, here's the deal. As long as you were in the addictionship, or what we call a manipulationship with the narcissist, we actually prevented some of the things that were supposed to happen to that narcissist. We actually stood in the way and kind of blocked that wrath from coming upon them, because God was having mercy on us. So because of association with us, the narcissist received some of that mercy too. You know what I'm saying? And he was having mercy upon us because a lot of us were just ignorant, to what this narcissist actually were when we were in the relationship. So God having mercy upon us also, that mercy was extended to the narcissist. Although, it shouldn't have been, but you know how they could say you blessed by association, and sometimes we can be cursed by association as well. Yeah, this is one of those situations. Yeah, one of those situations. So this is what you see. So when the narcissist gets over there with the new supply, and now they're not in that grace association area, what they call, they're not in that situation anymore. They're not getting that grace and that mercy that's attached to you. Now they over there with this other bird, and this other bird is probably just as toxic as they are, and life is slamming them and hitting them, giving them just what they deserve. Oh, now they want to come running back. I'm gonna tell you something. You have to be. This is why I stress this so much. Once you leave these clowns, you got to stay gone, because when they're coming back, a lot of times, y'all, you may not realize it, but they're coming back because life is dealing with them. And as they understand that, and they could see that as long as they were with you, they didn't have all of this crap going on. They didn't have all of these horrible things. Now, they did have bad stuff happening, because you were out on the receiving end of that too. A lot of y'all gonna testify in the comment section that your life was flipped, turned upside down, around, and backwards dealing with these birds, right? But they might get by, but they're not gonna get away. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what the narcissist fails to realize. So these clowns are coming back because life is doing them 5 ways from Friday, and they knew that yes, you were suffering some of the brunt of their what they want to call karma, or the law of reciprocity, but because you were there, they weren't getting hit like they're getting hit now. You see what I'm saying? With all of this negativity, all of these things that they have done over the years, now you're no longer there with the grace and mercy that was extended to you. And they were a benefactor of it because they were associated with you. Baby, now you out the picture. Ooh. You see why they begging. You see why it's going down like it is? Excuse me. You see why it is? Because they don't want to bear all of the brunt, and they don't want to receive and reap what they've put out there. So they are thinking if they could just get back, baby, that it's going to be a little bit better. But see, it will be better for them, but worse for you. Baby, don't you let them come back. You better let them absorb all of that shock right there. All that shock value. That bird need to get it. Oh, them backwards walking giraffes need to get it and hit it. Yes. Because as long as you are willing to stand in as that buffer, or like we say in intercessory prayer, we're going to stand in the gap. No, we ain't standing in the gap for these birds. No. You got to let life deal with them. Let life handle them. They are begging. They want to come back because they understand that this right here, what they're suffering. See, a narcissist want to get out there and have fun and do all the stuff that they do. They like it. They're laughing when you hurting. They're having a good old time when you in pain. But baby, it don't feel so good when the pain is now switched to, and the tables have turned, and now they're the ones in pain. And you the one over there like, oh, okay, you picking up the pieces. These clowns don't want to be, they don't want to go through anything, but they want to take us through everything. You see what I'm saying? Listen here. You got to give, when you're dealing with them, when you are dealing with them, listen, you got to give them what they righteously deserve, which is your absence, period. That's what you got to give them. That's what they righteously deserve, is your absence. You have to give it to them, because your absence is going to allow the universe or the law of reciprocity or whatever to deal with them and only them. Pick up the pieces of your life. Do what you need to do, but don't be that buffer. Don't be that person standing in the gap, absorbing some of the shock for them. No. They need to get exactly what they done put out there. And as long as you standing in the way and you are there for them to come back to, they'll never be able to really realize the wrath of God that they deserve. But baby, they thought they was gonna they thought they was gonna get by and get away. Life doesn't work like that. It doesn't. The law of reciprocity is the law of the universe. Okay? What you put out there is what you're gonna get back. But that's why you see them begging. That's why they're doing what they do. Because they know what they've done. They know how they've acted. They know all of that. But they feel like if they can get back over with you, they don't have to feel that pain. Don't do it to yourself, fam. Let them know what time it is. Shut the door, seal it, nail it shut, put cement around it, whatever it is, super glue that bad boy. I don't care what it is. Baby, let life and the law of reciprocity deal with these clowns because of the foolishness that they have done. It's time for them to go ahead and basically reap what they've sown without you being there to be that buffer because of the grace and the mercy that God has extended to you. And now they're going to be the benefactor of that as well by association. No, ma'am, no, sir. All right, family. So listen, y'all take really good care of yourselves. Be safe out here. Make sure you take your vitamins, drink plenty of fluids. Y'all know this upper respiratory stuff is going around. So take care of yourselves, all right? I got a little something that I'm obviously dealing with. I guess I got to get me some more rest. But anyway, y'all take good care of yourselves, family. I will see you all on the next video. I love you all, and I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.